Going to be doing is a 25% tariff on all cars that are not made in the United States. If they're made in the United States, there's absolutely no tariff.
America's most trusted foreign automaker just slammed on the brakes. And it's not because people stopped buying. Toyota, the brand known for reliability and innovation, has suddenly paused production across the US. Despite smashing global sales records, this unexpected move has left the industry and workers from Kentucky to California stunned. Billion-dollar losses, Trump-era tariffs, and mounting legal battles. This isn't just a corporate decision, it's a looming economic shockwave with the potential to shake communities nationwide. What forced Toyota to stop America's assembly lines? Stay with us as we uncover the real story behind Toyota's bold move. Don't forget to subscribe for more breaking insights. Let's dive in. Toyota's recent sales figures paint a picture of success, but beneath the surface lies growing uncertainty. In April, the automaker achieved a global sales record of 936,718 units, marking a 12% year-over-year increase. This includes strong performances from subsidiaries Daihatsu and Hino Motors. Production also hit a record for April 2025 with 902,425 vehicles manufactured. In the US market, Toyota and Lexus saw a 10% sales boost as buyers rushed to purchase before new tariffs took effect. However, this impressive performance comes amid significant pressure. On April 3rd, the Trump administration imposed a 25% tariff on all imported cars and auto parts, citing trade imbalances. Although Toyota initially vowed not to shift this burden to consumers, industry experts warned the company may be forced to reconsider if the tariffs remain in place. The record-breaking month may be a short-lived high before deeper financial strain emerges. At a recent press conference, Toyota President and CEO Koji Sato announced that the company anticipates a staggering $1.3 billion loss for just the months of April and May, directly tied to the impact of the newly imposed U.S. tariffs. This sharp financial blow highlights the severe and immediate disruption these policy changes have inflicted, not just on Toyota, but across the entire global automotive landscape. The uncertainty created by the tariffs is forcing automakers to reevaluate supply chains, pricing strategies, and production plans. Toyota is far from alone in facing challenges. General Motors recently slashed its 2025 profit forecast by $4 billion, pointing directly to escalating tariff-related costs. Ford has also sounded the alarm, warning it may raise prices by as much as $2,000 on certain vehicles assembled in Mexico to absorb the additional expenses. As the ripple effects spread, the global automotive industry finds itself in a defensive posture, bracing for prolonged economic turbulence. Trump's tariffs on global automobile imports have recently faced a significant legal challenge, as the U.S. Trade Court ruled them illegal. This decision marks a critical setback for the administration, which has announced plans to appeal the ruling. However, the announcement comes too late to prevent the immediate economic consequences already unfolding. The controversial tariff package imposed a hefty 25% tax, not only on finished vehicles but also on key auto parts, such as engines and transmissions. Experts warn that Japanese car makers alone could suffer losses reaching $19 billion as a direct result of these tariffs. In response to the backlash, Trump issued an executive order granting a 2-year grace period aimed at encouraging companies to relocate supply chains back to the United States. Despite this, industry leaders remain skeptical. Takaki Nakanishi, CEO of Nakanishi Research Institute, emphasized the complexity involved, stating, "Shifting supply chains is not like flipping a switch. It takes years and billions of dollars to rebuild manufacturing domestically. The long-term effects of these tariffs may continue to challenge the auto industry for years to come." Despite the immediate impact of the tariffs, Toyota is not withdrawing from the American market. The company currently exports around 500,000 vehicles annually from Japan to the US, a significant part of its global sales. Toyota's CEO Koji Sato emphasized that while the company is adjusting short-term shipment volumes to manage the current challenges, it remains firmly committed to the US market for the medium and long term. "We are committed to the American market," Sato stated, "but in the short term, we need to protect our supply chains and maintain financial stability." While Toyota will continue producing approximately 3 million vehicles annually in Japan, the company is strategically shifting toward increasing the development and manufacturing of models within the US. This gradual localization aims to reduce exposure to future trade disruptions and tariffs, ensuring greater resilience by balancing immediate caution with long-term investment. Toyota plans to safeguard its position in one of the world's largest automotive markets. Toyota has long been recognized as the world's leading automaker, delivering an impressive 10.8 million vehicles globally in 2024. However, the ongoing trade war has introduced uncertainty, putting pressure on the company's strong market position. For the fiscal year ending March 2026, Toyota forecasts an operating income of 3.8 trillion yen, 26.1 billion, which marks a notable decline from the 4.8 trillion yen, 33 billion it recorded the previous year. This shortfall surprised analysts who had anticipated stronger financial results, and it is largely attributed to the impact of disruptive U.S. tariffs on the automotive sector. Despite the challenges, Toyota managed to surpass its own February forecast, offering some relief amid a difficult environment. Still, the company's share price fell by 1.3% following the earnings announcement. Auto analyst Tatsuo Yoshida of Bloomberg Intelligence commented, "Toyota is a benchmark for the Japanese economy. When they suffer, the entire supply chain feels the effects," highlighting Toyota's significant influence on the broader market. The U.S.-Japan auto trade relationship has long been a source of tension, with President Donald Trump frequently criticizing what he describes as an unfair imbalance. Japan exports millions of vehicles to the U.S., while American automakers struggle to gain even a minimal foothold in the Japanese market. In 2024, Toyota alone sold 2.3 million vehicles in the United States, making it the second best-selling brand in the country. In stark contrast, General Motors managed to sell just 587 Chevrolets and 449 Cadillacs in Japan over the same period. Trump addressed the issue in a fiery speech last month, stating, "They don't take our cars, but we take millions of theirs. Japan treats us very poorly on trade." However, experts point to deeper causes beyond trade policy. Japan's urban infrastructure features narrow roads and tight parking, which are unsuitable for larger American vehicles. Moreover, Japanese consumers prefer compact, fuel-efficient cars, areas where domestic brands dominate thanks to reputation, reliability, and design tailored to local needs. Toyota's recent moves in response to the U.S. tariffs have sparked a wave of outrage, confusion, and frustration across the country. Loyal customers and dealership workers alike are feeling the strain. Now the prices are about to skyrocket, and the dealerships are uncertain. This is outrageous. In regions like the Midwest and the South, where Toyota enjoys a strong market share, dealerships report rising anxiety among buyers. "Customers are worried," said Mark Jefferson, a Toyota dealer in Kentucky. "They keep asking, are cars going to get more expensive? Will parts still be available? We just don't have clear answers right now." Social media platforms are echoing this unrest. While some users criticize Toyota for scaling back exports, others are furious with the U.S. government. "This is what happens when trade becomes a weapon," tweeted one user. "Jobs lost, prices rise, and for what? A political stunt? The uncertainty is taking a real toll." Toyota's strategic pause sends a clear warning. The global auto industry is entering a turbulent chapter. With tariffs cutting deep, production plans unraveling, and American consumers stuck in the middle, the fallout is just beginning. While politicians battle over trade, it's everyday Americans, buyers, workers, and dealerships who bear the cost. How much longer can consumers and foreign automakers afford to be pawns in this escalating trade war? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates and in-depth coverage on global business, trade, and the economy.